They say the end of the world begins with a whisper, not a roar. I've watched them, from the salt and the foam, for an age. These little gods and their even smaller men. But today, the sky over Scandinavia didn't just turn gray, it turned the color of a guttering candle. The sun is a ghost, and the salt feels like needles against the skin. 2 weeks. That's all the time I've had since the prophecies of Ragnarok moved from the dusty scrolls to the very soil they walk upon. And there he was, standing on the edge of a rotting pier. Thor, the son of Odin, mankind's great friend. He stood so still he looked like a vertical line of law against the chaos of the waves. The wood groaned under him, not just from his weight, but from the burden of an immortality that was suddenly terrifyingly becoming a debt that he couldn't pay. He's broad-shouldered and wide, massive. I see the ginger in his beard. It's crusted with salt and streaked with a bit of gray. He looks like he's in his late 30s. His hair is pulled back tight, a wet ponytail, stiff from the sea spray. He wears leather like a second skin, work boots, and flannel-textured armor. And he stands on that rotting pier, the wood screaming under him. He's not reaching for that hammer. He's reaching for the silence.
She's there, standing on the rocks as if waiting for me. Lyra, I know of her, a siren, born of the abyss, called many a sailor to their death with her song, wrecked many a ship. But her beauty, it's amazing. Her skin is like gold under a bruised sky. It shimmers, and her eyes, ocean gray. They don't blink, they just watch the storm. She's draped in the wreckage of the old world. Barnacles, ancient jewelry, seaweed clinging to her like a shroud. She's beautiful, and she's a death sentence. But today, who cares? The world is a death sentence, and the sea is already full. You must be a liar. I didn't come here looking for a problem, and I certainly didn't come here looking to be enchanted by the likes of you. I spent the last 14 days watching my father, the mighty All-Father, digging through the dirt like a common scavenger. He's looking for magic stones, for relics, like a man trying to find a lost coin in a blizzard. And my brother Loki, he's just laughing. He thinks the end of all things is the ultimate punchline to the only joke that he can't understand.
And what do you do, son of Odin? Watch everyone? Laugh? Or try to talk to sirens?
Well, I'll talk to a siren because, well, who's keeping track anyway? But I have to walk village to village. I'm the one who has to look every mother, every child in the eye, while their world is turning to ash. I have to pretend the mountain isn't crumbling into the sea. And you know that isn't so easy playing the hero, keeping a brave face for the folk every day. Especially when you know the final script ends in fire. You know, I'm tired, Lyra. I'm tired of the wait.
The end of the world gives you nerve, Thor? Or is it simply that you finally realized your hammer can't strike the wind? You see a siren, and you call me a monster because it's easier than looking into a mirror. You see, you are the shield and protector, the flannel-clad god of the common man. But tell me, is this just your final wild run, and that's why you wish to speak with me, maybe lay with me? Or is it something more before the stars fail? Is there something else that resides in that heart and in that ginger beard of yours? Wait, Your upper lip, it trembles. Thor, the thunder god. And I get it. You want to save them, all of them, from the fear. The dying is inevitable, but you want to spare them the pain of anticipating their own passing. That's very noble, and also very hollow. You're offering them a lie to keep them warm while the hearth goes cold.
Call it what you want, Siren. It felt like the right thing to do. There's no instructions for this. There's no teaching. There's no mentor. The world has never ended before. I'm kind of doing it as I go along. But I stopped all of this for you. Not for your song and not for your magic. I stopped because you're the only thing left in the world that isn't lying to me right now.
What do you want with me, Thor?
I want a friend, someone who feels as misplaced as me. I'm a god, but I can't do anything. And whatever I do doesn't mean much because it's all ending anyway for all of us. I don't belong. You don't either. Maybe we can be friends and talk and share. Is that so wrong? I'm willing to fight for you.
You're willing to fight for me? Well then, fight. Fight for the truth. Fight for the sea. And if you want me, you have to fight for that too.
And fight for how long?
Well, as long as you can hold your breath. Thor left after that with the promise that he'd return. He never reached for the hammer. He reached for the silence and for me. The gulls cut across the wind, screaming at a world that was no longer listening. There weren't any secrets, just the truth. And the simple truth was the world was already gone. And Thor and me, we were just the last ones to admit it.